girl, Angie Legg, and thank you so much for tapping into the Be Influential podcast, where we dare you to be different. Here we highlight the change makers, rule breakers, and risk takers of today while diving deep into what makes you influential too. Today is March 19th, and this is episode 5. I'm your host, Angie Legg. Holla at your girl. Is it working? Oh. And this is co-host Sharontel Derskel.
Holla at your girl.
Okay. And in the house, we have Miss Karina Petrie, our guest today.
Thank you so much for having me. Very excited to be here.
This is so exciting. Girl power. These are the lady influencers of 2021, and this is how we do it. I'm super excited for today's show. A lot happened this week, right? Like a lot went down. We can't cover it all, but we're definitely going to cover some of the main things that are going down. And first, we are going to start with breaking news, y'all. As you already know, the Atlanta spa shooting is all over the news. You guys, what do we think of this tragedy? This guy, I don't even know how old he is because we're not going to focus on the guy, but like went to 2 different spas and shot and killed 8 and shot several more. Now, the controversy behind this is the fact that most of the people who died were of Asian descent, Asian women. And so now people are crying out and calling out for this to be charged as a hate crime. What do you think? Hate crime? No hate crime? Because he has an excuse, and wait till you hear it. What do y'all think? Hate crime?
Do you want to go? Yeah, I mean, just from based on the information that I've seen so far, it definitely seems like it could have been racially motivated based on the fact that it was just Asian women that were attacked. And, you know, it's just heartbreaking. My heart really breaks for those families, and it's disgusting. And I really hope justice is served quickly and, you know, all the information can come to light.
It's insane. What do you think?
I agree. Hate.
Yeah,
definitely.
And hopefully, you know, I know that he's in custody, but ladies, right now, his excuse is every man's excuse, which is his sex addiction. He blamed his sex addiction, and the media is giving him a nice little pass almost, because I'm sorry, I don't know any sex addiction. Actually, I don't know anybody with a sex addiction. Anybody?
Not openly. No.
Right. I don't know actually anybody with one, but if I did, I don't think they go around shooting people because of their sex addiction. Like, that is not a good enough excuse for me.
Yeah,
no?
I think that, you know, he obviously had a lot of problems. Perhaps the sex addiction was one of his many issues that he had. But to me, it definitely seems like it probably was a bit racially motivated as well. I don't think that the sex addiction is an excuse in any sort of way for any sort of behavior. Maybe that's probably just one of the many issues that he has.
And I don't know much about sex addictions. You know what I mean? Like, do they get psychotic like that? Like, is that, you know what I mean? Because I know addictions can be, right?
I didn't know it was violent. I thought it was
sexual.
You know, 50 Shades. Like, that's what I think about sex addiction is 50 Shades of something, but not 50 Shades of, you know, gun control over here. So, you know, I think that a lot of this stems from, you know, the Asian hate started early. It started last year with coronavirus, and then certain people, Trump, started calling it the China virus, which is so politically incorrect and just incorrect in general. I mean, that fueled so much.
I think it did.
Unnecessary.
I think it started a fire.
Right?
Yeah.
It lit the match. Right?
Yeah, I think the whole situation definitely put Asian people to blame, or people wanted somebody to blame, and it was just an easy target, I think. And It's just horrible.
And it just fuels situations like this. It's definitely not an accident. We are all a product of our environment and the knowledge that we
100%.
consume and the people that we listen to and watch and idolize. So, I just don't think that helped the whole situation at all. So I just want to take a moment for us to really acknowledge what's been happening, stand with our brothers and sisters from the Asian continents, and really say, we are here with you. So let's just take a moment of silence. Right. All right. I know it was pretty heavy in the beginning, but girl, look how tall you are. What? I just noticed how damn. I'm like, why do I look so tiny?
We're sitting.
I know.
I look so short over here.
Look at Karina, like just as small.
Be on that end.
This
You guys are in order.
At least it goes in the area.
hilarious.
Definitely.
Was this supposed to happen? But I love it, and I love that yellow color, killer.
Yeah.
And on the camera, I learned when I was on national TV that you always wear bright colors because it looks.
I didn't
really
get the
good on
memo
camera.
today.
No, I'm just saying. Like, so that's why I always
Yeah.
do that. Like,
Yeah,
wear
definitely.
bright
It
colors
pops.
because it looks good
Mhm.
on camera. So
It
Absolutely.
does. It sure does. Looks good on you,
100%,
girl.
100%.
Oh, okay. All right. Shout out. Dr. Oz, come check us, please. Okay. So I know that was a heavy topic, but guys, we're going to lighten it up. The rest of the episode is going to be so much fun. I got these killer chicks here who both have so much experience in, walking into a room and owning it. And that's what today is all about, how to command a room. Now, listen, it is not easy to command a room. So,
Yeah.
I mean, whether you're plagued with fear, some people are introverted and think that they can't command a room.
Mhm.
Some people are too extroverted and, try to almost control the room rather than command it. So if you fall into any of those categories, this is for you. You're definitely going to learn some amazing tips and secrets that we all use when we're out there working the stages. So, first, I want to really introduce the guest here, Miss Karina Petrie. I know her from the trivia circuit. We met working for the same entertainment company, and we hosted trivia, we hosted bingo, and she's been doing it for a while. But, we would have packed bars, packed restaurants, packed community centers, 50 plus people, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is when all eyes are on you. So especially in trivia, you have to keep them entertained.
Yeah.
Like they come to be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
So let me introduce my girl. What's going on, honey pie?
Hi, I'm so happy to be here and talk about this topic and hopefully give some, words of wisdom to our viewers here, our listeners. So just a little bit background about me. I grew up on Long Island and I moved to New York City right out of high school. I studied public relations and communications. I think that definitely helped me in my career now, being able to be in front of a crowd, command a room. That education really helped. I worked in public relations and then I moved here around 3 years ago and I worked in advertising and I'm currently working in marketing, and also my moonlighting as a entertainment host, as you're saying, for
Side hustle.
Yes, my side hustle, which I adore so much. I got into that. I loved going to trivia nights. It's something that I always really loved. And then one day I was there and I was like, you know what? I could do that. I want to do that. So I went up to the host and I said, how do I get your job? I want to do what you're doing. And she gave me all the information and I've been doing it ever since. It's been about 2 years. And there's been, in the beginning, it was a little bit nerve-wracking at first, definitely, like for anybody. But, I've just grown to really love it so much and love the experience about being up there.
It's like a high almost.
Definitely. I think that it really drives you forward in life. Like I used to remember in my college presentations, like it'd be so nerve-wracking, but I think that specific type of nerves and adrenaline is like what really like pushes you forward in life. Like getting out of your comfort zone like that, it really like propels you to the next level.
Knowledge bombs everywhere. And you guys really don't understand how in these, specifically trivia, these people are insane. And I've had people, have you ever played trivia? Like at a bar, at a restaurant?
No.
Listen.
I can't answer that one question.
You know what I mean? I had never either before I started it. And one of my friends owns the entertainment business company, and he posts on Facebook. So we met, and it was a match made in heaven. And in the beginning, absolutely, you're super nervous. You go over time. You have to stay in a certain time.
Very scheduled.
It's so scheduled. And, you know, these people with trivia take it so seriously. And I would have like doctors and scientists. I would literally have scientists in the crowd being like, actually, and I'm like, honey, we are trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't ask for Dr. Doolittle, in your opinion, you know, and they would challenge me. I'm like, does it look like I know the answer to this? Like, you're steps ahead. You don't have to prove anything to me. So I know that's been crazy for me. What about you? Have you had any crazy experiences?
Yeah. So I think similar to that, I've had so many experiences like that. You know, we're working at bars and restaurants at nighttime. People are just hanging loose. Sometimes they have a little bit too much to drink. They're taking things way too seriously, and you know, they want to challenge you about certain things, or they want to think that they won but they didn't win, and then you have to let them know. But it's like, you know, it's all in good fun. Like everyone's here to have a good time, but some people don't take it lightly. And, you know, I've definitely had a lot of customers and people that can get really nasty and even go to my boss afterwards and write like negative reviews about me and over something that was just like, they misunderstood, you know, truly. And that I think really affects your confidence. Or for me in the beginning, getting like any sort of negative feedback like that, it really like affected my confidence when the next time when I would get up there and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to, you know, try so hard to please everybody. But then that's something that I learned over time, that the way to really have that confidence is to just stop caring what, you know, about the audience judging you. And that's a really important aspect.
That's very important.
Haters are your biggest fans, right? Chantel's got haters.
I don't know.
Yeah. Chantel, look at you.
I just block them, delete, and keep moving.
You got haters, girl.
That's what you gotta do.
Listen, they saw you would stand next to Steve Harvey. Like, you got haters, girl.
They say that's when you made it, right? When you have haters, then you know that you made it.
I
don't have any haters, so just drunk random people at the bar
I'll hate
sometimes.
you, girl. I hate you. I'll hate on you, girl. I'll hate on you.
Make a fake account and start hating on you.
I had them in high school. Then they were so mean.
Oh no!
I had bullies.
They saw your greatness. Some people
can see it. Yeah,
and they don't want you to see it. What happened in high school?
They just teased me. They were mean. Wanted to fight after school. It was just horrible. I had a bad experience, but I'm happy that I did though, because through elementary, middle school, and high school, I got bullied and teased. Right? I was like so straight A student nerd, right? But then by the time I got into the entertainment business, I said, "Oh, thank you for doing that, because I can give it 2 refrigerators."
I don't brush it right off, right? You don't even deal with it at all.
I really don't care. Yeah, like I love me so much, and when you love you so much, their opinions has absolutely nothing to do with you. Okay,
exactly.
Like their opinions have absolutely nothing to do with how I feel about myself. I love myself so much that I just pray for them and send them good grace.
Yes,
yeah, because something is wrong.
And you can like go in 2 different directions. You can end up like yourself and take that to make you stronger.
Yeah.
Or you can end up like the guy in Atlanta. You know what I mean? And it messes with you and it changes your whole entire life and the lives of so many people. Like, I feel like I always stuck up for the underdog because I was the underdog. And, you know, that gets me thinking about how it also made me. And a lot of people don't understand that. And I hope to inspire all introverts, because a lot of people don't look at me as an introvert, but I am 100% an introvert. What are you, Karina?
Yeah, I think that I actually heard this recently of people classifying themselves as an introverted extrovert or an extroverted introvert, which I think is somewhere where I definitely fit into, because anybody that meets me or is around me would think that I'm extroverted and have no problem getting up in front of people and, putting on this performance and, meeting new people and talking and holding these conversations. But it drains so much out of me, where I feel like I have to go home then. Like, I need time away from people to recharge. I can't just keep going. Like, I need that time to just be introverted, be alone. It's really important for me to be able to keep doing what I do.
I think that's what separates you. What do you think? What are you?
I remember in college, in my psychology course, we had to take like this little assessment to figure out whether we were. I feel like I can meet in the middle.
Yeah,
I'm in the middle. Yeah,
ambivert.
Have you ever heard of that?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Noted. I'm an ambivert. So yeah, I like to. Sometimes I want to be alone, but a lot of times I love being social. I'm a social being.
Well, now after this past year, it's like, let me get out there. I don't want to be alone.
I get it. Well, so this is my theory on introvertness versus extrovertness is, and the reason why I think I'm more of an introvert, because I thought I was ambivert, but I think it's how your energy is used. So as an introvert, I can go out there and give it my all, but I lose energy. Being social doesn't recharge me.
Oh, got it.
I have to work to be social, and I'm good at it because of communication studies and practice and things like that. But an extrovert, they need to be in the public. They need to be surrounded by crowds all the time. Being home does not suit them whatsoever. So that's how I decipher that, but right, love being home.
No, I do. No, I'm not a homebody.
Oh, I'm a homebody
sometimes, but I am that person that needs to be out.
You're an ambivert.
I need to be out, and like this right here, I'm gonna be so charged up.
Yeah, this girl's about to walk down a runway. She's about to do some deals. Like, Sharontel is ready. Sharontel showed up a minute and 30 seconds before we went live.
Here, though.
Said, "Where's my WOTA?" and took the mic. I can't stand it. I love it. No, she's ready to go, and it's so awesome. So, if you're an introvert, if you're an extrovert, the stage is for you. But for everybody, I also think that people think that we don't get scared before we get on the stage. I still shake. I still get the butterflies. I still sweat, all of those things. How do you prepare to walk on stage? How do you fight the fear?
Oh, for me, I'm so excited for this opportunity, and I have butterflies, but I tell my mind, I'm like, I control you. You don't control me. Talking to myself.
Don't we all? Yes, amen.
You don't control me. So I say I'm so excited for this opportunity. And so then once I get the moment that the lights, camera, action come on, I'm all good. I am all good. But I have serious butterflies. Serious ones. Yeah.
What do you do, girl?
So I think that no matter how much experience, obviously experience helps ease nerves over time, but I think that no matter how much experience you have, there's always going to be some level of uneasiness. I think it's just human nature. And even these performers and musicians that have literally performed for thousands of hours of time, they still get nervous before going out on stage. And I think that my biggest tip and the key to doing it, I think, is just faking it until you make it. You just have to get out there and do it. And how you're feeling, it really does not come across to the people in the audience. It really does not. And you could be up there and be so scared inside, but just put on a show, put on a performance, fake it, fake that confidence. Eventually that confidence comes, but you just have to do it. And, you know, if it takes faking it in the beginning, like that's what you have to do. And especially for introverted people, and nobody's going to realize afterwards, they're going to say, wow, you were so confident.
But that's how fear works, though.
Yes.
Like once you face it, it is literally like goes away. I've been in the business for over 10 years and I'm still nervous every single time. Even when I go live on Instagram, I meditate and do all of these things before I go on. And then once I'm on, I'm like, hey, everybody, I'm Chantel. Everything is good. But you really, I think it's just something that could like literally be there and never really go away. Yeah. And it's just how you deal with it. That's why I say I'm so excited for this opportunity, you know, to just kind of get myself pumped up for whatever is in front of me.
Yeah. Fear is a GPS.
It is.
Just like you said, fear is a GPS
amazing.
and it lets you know most of the time that you should be doing it. Anytime that I feel fearful or nervous or scared, I'm like, oh, I should be doing this, you know? And once you understand that and exactly what you're saying, like fake it till you make it, just keep going. And I remember, because I love to sing, and I remember singing for the first time in front of people, and I felt my voice being very, very shaky, and I heard it myself, because you can hear, it's your body. You can hear every vibration. But then when I asked everybody in the audience, they said I sounded perfect. Wow. And I'm like, how is that even possible? I was like,
that's what you thought, but that's not what people heard.
And so it's in your own mind. Yeah, it's in your own body. So really the audience perception is completely different, and to just keep forging on. Do not stop. Do not say, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. Just keep going. Nobody cares. Like we've all seen it, right?
Yeah.
Like professionals mess up. Look at Steve Harvey when he announced the wrong Miss America, right? Or
I'm sure that was a terrible time for him.
No, that was the best thing to happen to his career. Did he not land Family Feud after that? You know what I mean? Something crazy like that.
Like my favorite game.
On top of the fact,
we're humans, though,
right?
And that's the thing. Like that's the thing I love about going live on Instagram is that this is it. Like if I say like it's just there. It's just it. Yeah. So I think it humanized it, where it's like we do make mistakes. Oprah has made mistakes on TV. I think years ago where she didn't pronounce something right or whatever. It's like it happens.
Happens all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I butchered somebody's name last week on this show. Thank you very much. Yeah. Listen, don't let it bring your whole entire day down. So we got over our fear. How do we prepare to get on stage? Because you talked about meditating. Like what else do you do?
That's it.
Drink water, go to the bathroom. Like what?
I always need some water. But no, I just need to meditate.
Okay.
That works for me.
Okay. Yeah. How long do you meditate?
It depends on how many minutes I have. And usually if it's me, I probably got like 10 minutes at tops. So I don't know. I don't really so much think about time, because with my perception of time is just an illusion. So I don't really care. I mean, I can meditate for like 2 or 3 hours, sit still. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter the time. It's just, what am I getting out of this space?
This session.
And yes, right there at that moment. What am I getting out of it? Let me just let go of, because you could leave out of a meeting and then go into something else, and you don't want to carry whatever happened there into the new space. So you got to have those moments in between throughout the day. And it doesn't have to be a time. I just do it. So that works for me.
I love it. You guys, just as a reminder to all the listeners out there, thank you so much for tapping into the Be Influential podcast, where we dare you to be different. Today, we are talking about how to command a room. We are all going back to being in person, and some of us are going to be hitting those stages live and in charge. So let's get warmed up. Let's start talking about, what it takes to be a great influencer on stage, because we've been wearing no pants behind the camera for the past year. What? None of y'all don't? Come on. Oh. I'm not the okay, whatever. Y'all can look at me like I'm crazy.
Do the mental image.
First of all, some of y'all like that image. Okay. All right. So definitely check in with your comments. Let us know, what are your biggest fears from standing in front of the stage and, being the influencer that you are. So what do you do to prepare for events, to host a whole night? Because you'll host for 2.5 hours. That's how long trivia is. 2.5 hours. That's a Beyonce concert.
Yeah. I mean, I think now at this point, since I've been doing it for a few years, almost 3 years actually, to be honest, it doesn't really take me much. I just kind of pack my stuff in the car and I go there and I unpack it and I'm ready to go. But in the beginning, I, just had to mentally relax. Like I wouldn't say I do like a formal meditation, but a form of that where just to like push everything else out of my mind, like anything negative that might be weighing on me for the day. And, just trying to get my spirit up, my energy up, so that comes across to people. I don't want to be boring, but I don't want to necessarily seem like I'm faking this high energy. That's really not the person that I am. So just trying to get in my like natural good mood to come across to the audience.
She's so authentic.
Yeah.
She's like, I just pack my bags, girl. What are y'all doing?
I mean, honestly,
Sharon tells like, I meditate for 3 hours.
It's a casual situation.
She's like, I just show up as myself, pack my bag, and I'm here.
She's like, sometimes I forget my keys. I'm relatable.
I was like, she's so authentic, and I was thinking that, and then you said it.
Because I'm over here like doing breathing exercises.
No, I gotta do that before, and I think I'm gonna
yeah.
do that to the end of time. I really do.
I have to break out my vision. Okay, so tonight everyone's gonna laugh at all of my jokes and and I can see everybody having fun. Like I have to have those visuals. I have to have that space. Taking deep breaths.
It's important.
Yeah, 3 deep breaths can put you right on stage. It literally scientifically lowers your heart rate. So it is such a fantastic strategy before you go on stage. Just take a bunch of deep breaths, but drink your water and say something nice to yourself. Be nice to yourself before you go on stage, and everything should hopefully go well. So now you're on, you've prepared, you've done this a million times, but we don't always want to be on. That's the problem. How do you stay on when you don't want to be on?
Take a shot at the mic. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes that's what it
I feel like this is part of your prep. I feel like
I mean, sometimes that's what it takes, but sometimes it's actually really hard, especially if you've had a long day. I work during the daytime too, so if I had a long day at work or something went wrong and you're just not in the right headspace, like not going to lie, like sometimes it is hard to be on, but I think I just try to pick up the energy from the crowd as much as possible and, think about happy things. And I feel like once I'm there, it's a happy environment. It definitely lifts my mood, and you just got to be happy, because you can't be up there and be in a sour mood or be rude to people or anything like that. People are trying to have a good time. That's what it's about. So
people feel your energy. Like you feel like you were talking about kind of playing off the audience. They're also playing off you.
Yeah.
If you're having fun and you're lively and you're authentic about it, and even like you were saying, I don't try to overextend myself because that's still not me. And the audience knows that, like, know that. So how do you stay? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
exactly.
you can feel it.
How do you stay on?
You're like that extrovert part of me. When the lights and the camera is on, I'm on the entire time and more after.
Oh God, yeah, yes.
Think about it. Like after my Instagram live, think about it. Like me and Sean talk after to talk about the show, because I'm so excited and I need to talk to someone about it. Like even here, like after we did the first one, I did the first podcast with you. Oh my gosh, I was in the car talking to Sean, like, wasn't that amazing? Oh my God, Angie is so cool. I absolutely love her.
Yeah, like fun.
Yeah, so no, that's probably that introvert part of you. For me, extrovert all the way. Like I love lights, camera, and action, and it makes me excited and it gets my heart pumping and beating. Like this is what I'm supposed to do for the rest of my life. So
I love that purpose-driven answer. You know what I mean? Because I feel that. I feel like talking is such a huge part of my purpose and a part of my life. And when you do something you love, like trivia, people were just like, what do you do? Right? Like, didn't you have to almost be like a couple of times, like, what is that? And I'm over here like, Can't wait for trivia night. It's going to be so much fun because it just fills your heart. Yeah, it's like, it is so much fun. So that being said, ladies, what's next for in-person events? Because I know you've kind of,
so
you didn't really stop.
Yeah, so we did shut down when everything shut down, of course. But then during the summer, we did start picking up a few event nights, and a lot of them were outdoors for the summertime, and then those closed down. And I do have one ongoing night that I've been at for a little bit now. It feels pretty much the same. It's just there's less people, obviously, with the reduced capacity in the bars and restaurants, but it feels pretty much the same at this point. We did kind of switch how we do things a little bit. We're pretty much all touchless at this point, so we're not having a lot of that interaction with the crowd, like handing things in and out and that sort of thing. So there's been some changes, but for the most part, it's been good. And I'm just excited for things to really open back up and really get back out there and have many more nights and lots of people to see.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I am an introvert, but I cannot wait to see these people. Ready. What do you think? You've got some things already lined up. Yeah. You've been out and about. Like, what's happening out there?
Yeah, I have a couple things that's lined up for this summer. I'm going to go to some of the kids' summer camps. I'm not doing as much as I would usually do because it's really like everything is turning virtual. So I have a virtual tour that's coming up. So that's going to be really cool. Yeah.
I like it. That's so innovative.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. Most of my events are going to be virtual, but I am going to go to a couple of the summer camps and talk to the kids.
It's all for the babies.
All for the babies.
It's all for the babies. Well, that being said, let's take a look at some of the COVID updates that are happening here in Connecticut because I want to keep you guys informed. They just keep updating like every single week. So let's just talk about some of the restrictions or non-restrictions that are taking place. So first, capacity limits are now up to 100% subject to social distancing. So that's actually still really hard because you can't have 100% and social distance. You know what I mean? Like what kind of leeway does that, like, if I was a business owner, I'd be like, WTF, like, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah.
Because restaurants can still.
Yeah, so they can do 100%. And I know that some restaurants, especially with their booth space, have put up those like plexiglass, those wall dividers. And it's a little more privacy. But if they have that, then they can actually fill all of their seats. So they don't have to be like 6 feet apart if you have a divider. So that's in one of the requirements. As long as you have a divider, you can have tables next to each other. So maybe we'll see more restaurants doing that just to be able to fit more people in. But if you don't have that in your restaurant or establishment and it's still 100%, but you need to space people out 6 feet apart, I mean, you can't get to 100%. It's just not possible.
It's impossible unless it's a venue. And then if it's a venue, it's a completely different restriction.
I need a plexiglass or whatever
everywhere in the bar.
I live in a bubble.
Owner, that's what I would do.
Apartments everywhere, one person.
That's the future, y'all. Like
this
is the future. Now I think the saddest part, so restaurants, that holds for like restaurants and offices and things like that. But bars are still going to be closed. Yes, 100% closed. Still bars. If it's just a bar,
I don't agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if the restaurant is open, why can't they open up the bar?
I never understood that. I think because maybe part of the reasoning is that they don't want people to hop around from bar to bar. And then it's like, you have to order food. And it's like, well, even if you make them order food, like they're still going to get as drunk as they want to, regardless of eating the food. It's like, what is that? The people think, if you're drunk, you're more likely to be laxed about the distancing and that sort of thing. But they should just let the bars open at this point. They can do the same things that the restaurants are doing.
Yeah, open it. Like that's crazy.
I think what the hard part is them controlling the social distancing. Like restaurants have tables, but bars are like 3 tables and the rest is standing. Or, breweries don't really, like, there's not.
Well, the breweries
are open.
Yeah.
So wait, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense.
And they have food trucks and stuff like that.
Other states have their bars open.
Yeah.
Connecticut.
I don't know. I don't understand the the fact that the bars are still not open at all. I mean, maybe do the reduced capacity there. Like give them a shot to see how it goes. We've all been drinking anyway. It's like, come on.
Right?
I'll speak for myself here.
We're literally drinking and killing the virus at the same time, y'all. One of the things that shocked me is that outdoor amusement parks can open without no capacity limit.
Oh, because they're outside.
They're outside, but they get lines. You know what I mean? They get long lines. You've been to Six Flags, and I know we don't have one, but have you been to Six Flags? Because I've waited hours.
Well, there's one pretty close. The New
It is close. Yeah, but that's not Connecticut restrictions.
Oh, yeah, it gets crazy. Like lots of people.
But isn't that surprising? Like amusement parks, you're good.
I'm not going to an amusement park.
Maybe Connecticut declare that because we don't have any amusement parks. They're like,
we have lake compounds. We have Quasi. We have Playland. That's McDonald's.
No, that's in New York.
Oh yeah, because I say Rye Playland. That's in New York.
Rye Playland. Yeah. It's right here.
That's New York, though.
It's right here.
New York. That's not here.
It's right here.
We're talking about Connecticut.
But these are Connecticut.
Yeah, these are
Connecticut COVID-19 updates.
But I think, and then for like meetings and recreational, social purposes, I think it's indoor 50% capacity and outdoor cap of 100 people. So I know that my networking organizations have all started sending out emails. I have from almost every single one of them a meeting in person. Everyone was like, oh, restrictions, meeting in person. So yeah, it's gonna those are probably gonna cap quickly.
That's great. Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
To be back into those things.
I think so.
It's time.
I would like to start,
and we'll be outside.
Events.
Like everybody's
even if
still
small,
outside.
I'm okay with that.
Even if it's small, I prefer small.
Yeah,
that's how you get to know people. Like
that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
But you guys already know you can go to the internet and look up the rest of your the restrictions for you. But that being said, I want to move on to a new segment called You Don't Say. And this is in honor of us boss ladies giving this advice on how to command a room. So I am putting all of us to the test with this game.
Oh, goodness.
Basically, what we're going to do, I have this great app. It gives us 3 random words, and I want to make sure that I was going to write down words and have us write down words, but then I was just like, I didn't want people to think that we kind of knew ahead of time because we are professional. So I have this little app that's going to give us 3 random words, and each of us is going to have 30 seconds to a minute to give like the most captivating, compelling speech, that we have ever given. Now, you guys,
no pressure.
I literally have to tell everybody who's watching, like, this is absolutely crazy and it's not easy. And we're gonna see what happens. So I've got the words. Who wants to go first?
I do.
Oh.
She's ready.
Okay.
She's on the lights.
Thank God. All right. So these are going to be your words. Remember them because
we each get 3 or not one?
We're each going to get.
Then we tie them together.
Yes. So then we can't prepare.
One word.
That's what I thought.
Oh yeah, no. You got to take all 3 of these words
remember that.
and make them make sense in a compelling story.
All
You
right.
thought I was going to be easy about this?
Yeah.
No, y'all are pros. I didn't bring you to this show because you're going to flop, all right? I brought you to the show because you're going to kill it.
Okay.
No pressure. All right.
None.
First word is delay, launch, restraint. Delay, launch, restraint. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. Just think about it. Delay.
I have a speech for that one.
Oh, no. You get different words. Delay, launch, restraint. Delay, launch, restraint. My problem is I have trouble remembering
the words.
Yes.
I have ADHD.
I have
too.
ADHD. Yeah, I like.
Same.
You got ADHD. I got ADHD.
Same here.
I literally have to write down absolutely everything. So, all right, girl.
Are you
Time
ready?
is up. You got time to think about it.
Okay.
Okay. You remember?
Delay, launch, and restraint.
Restraint. Okay. Go for it.
Like I just do, like it's a speech, right? Okay, perfect. Well, when you think about going out and seeing your dreams come true, right? You plant this seed, and the seed is the idea, and the idea is what we want to launch. And
This is great.
This is a good track.
Keep going,
right? And so you don't want to restrain yourself. Don't ever feel like you need to delay because it's not working on your time. It's all
Restraint.
can happen, and the restraint is just a plan of whatever.
What can happen in the restraint?
I am inspired. I am moved. I'm ready to launch.
I'm so compelled. I've got tears in my eyes. I'm literally going to go out and launch. My restraint. That is what I'm going to
Don't
do.
delay. No
Don't
restraint.
delay. That was epic. Fabulous job, Chantel.
Yes,
A real
amazing.
pro. A real pro.
Right off my.
All right, girl.
let's see.
It's Karina.
This is fun.
Okay,
I'm ready.
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
She's ready to go again. Relax. Calm
Who
down.
wants to go again?
Jack and the Beanstalk, like tall and so tall today. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Oh. Gifted. That's a good
Gifted.
one. Prohibit and manifesting. Gifted, prohibit, and manifesting. Those are great.
Those are great.
Gifted, prohibit, and
And
manifesting. Gifted, prohibit, manifesting. Those are some good words.
That's some good
This could be very powerful, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Especially that last word.
This is super intense.
Gifted, prohibit, and manifesting.
And the first one.
And gifted, prohibit, and manifesting. And for those watching, and you can do this any way you want, but sometimes it's easier when you're put in this situation. These are great to do. These are great practices because when you get put on the spot, you need to go. When someone asks you a question, you need to be able to answer. And so one of the easier ways is to tell the story in the order of the words that they came out. So gifted, prohibit, manifesting. A lot of times you can kind of swing it by just going in the order of those words or answering those questions in the order. Staying organized in your head really does help. All right. So now I just messed you up, but I gave you so much time. I gave you so much time.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, so
This is it
gifted,
kind of
prohibit,
relates to
manifesting.
It kind of relates to her speech as well.
I love this. All right, hit it, girl.
Okay, so if you are sitting at home and you're wondering, what is my purpose in life? Where do I want my career to go? What should I do? Nothing seems to be working out for me. You need to look to what brings you the most joy, what fulfills you. And typically this is something that you might be especially gifted in. It might be something that people have called out forever and said, you are so gifted in this. This is something that you need to do. But you never looked at that as a opportunity or career for yourself because you have all of these things that are prohibiting you from pursuing that. Maybe you think, I'm never going to make money at that. That's going to be way too hard for me to do. I have no idea where to start. And, it really just starts in you. You need to sit down. You need to start manifesting the life that you want to live, looking to those things that you're especially gifted in. And you think on those things, you manifest it, and you go out there and you will be able to achieve whatever it is that you are dreaming of. You have been given this gift for a reason, and you can make it something for yourself. So just go out there, start manifesting, and it will happen for you.
a minute and 14 seconds. A little over. But the smoothness.
It was very smooth.
The smoothness. And you see, she did that. So you went in order.
I did. I meant to do that. It made sense anyway.
Where's the teleprompter?
Yeah, see?
She did a great job.
Thank you.
There's your first hater. There's your first hater in real life. No, I love it. I love it. So smooth, so right. Those were killer words too.
It was great.
Thank you.
You got.
I was ready to give my life.
You got crappy words.
And I do offer coaching, so give me your money. I will.
She's going to be manifesting a lot of different things. I see. All right, I don't even want to go.
All right,
now.
let's go. Andy.
This was fun until I had to do it.
Great.
All right, so my words are going to be trash.
Communicative.
Communicative. Look, I can't even say communicative. I can't even say it.
Like communicating or like a community? Like it's communicative.
I think there's a few ways to use it. There better be a few ways to use it. However way I use it will be the way to use it.
All right, we're Googling it. Communitive.
Okay.
With an I.
Communitive, clutch, and talented.
Okay, but that's a nice one.
Clutch.
Communitive, clutch, and
I think
talented.
It was communicative with an I, right? Was it communicative?
No, that's right.
That's right?
Yep. Communicative.
Yeah. So it is a group.
Involving a condition that a group of quantities connected by operators gives the same. Relating to a revolving substitution or exchange.
You'd be like, can I have that in a sentence, please? You were like, can I have that in, can you give me that in the Greek origin, please?
Can I? Yeah. Can I from a friend?
You just go with whatever meaning and we'll get the meaning once you start going.
Can I call Jesus? No,
so
I
having the confidence and everybody will,
No, it's communicative, talented.
No. Yep. Was it talented?
Yeah, the last one was talented.
Talented. And what was the other one?
I know this. I know this. Is there a back button?
Clutch.
Clutch. Comes
in clutch.
Oh, my ADHD. Okay. I have to do this.
Let's go.
Okay. But you guys got a couple minutes. Like, let me
give
me now
Take your time,
a couple
girl.
minutes to like
the hater dance on my head. Come on. Let's go.
the hater desk. I can't even reach up there, girl. I can't even reach up there. You're too damn tall today. Oh, I gotta get another chair. This is ridiculous. Okay. My mouth is dry, I'm nervous, and sweating.
You're good. Nobody knows.
See,
no one
so
can notice.
For this opportunity.
I'm gonna
give this speech.
This is where I breathe 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Meditate a little bit. Okay. Communicative, clutch, and
talented.
That's what you are. Very talented.
And that's what I am. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Did that in 3
you don't get off that easy.
Not that easy
I
at
did that in
all.
3 seconds. Okay, so now let me get to the timer.
And we're on.
Okay. First, I'm going to start out by saying how clutch it is and how important it is to be communicative. In a time where people are separating from each other, we all just talked about in the beginning of the show about the Atlanta shootings. We need to come together more because we can't be separated. They want us to be separated, but we need to be communicative first and foremost. Next, we need to rally. We need to rally our brothers and our sisters together to make change. We need to bring the most talented people, artists, musicians, thought leaders, and influencers together to make a change. And we can't do it without each other. So if you care, join us in this mission. Thank you. Minute.
Oh, she did. That was Miss Slim.
That was amazing.
Okay. Give some of that love to all of us because we all killed it. I loved it. So as you guys know, that was so much fun. That was so much fun.
Really fun.
That was
I'm gonna like pull that out of the party. Like, hey, you guys, let us play.
Yeah. I've got this app. Okay,
It's really fun.
People are like, this isn't fun for me, Karina. Okay, this
Just
isn't
fun for you. That's great.
We're out here like
It's a speaker
Shakespeare.
language because they're like, what? You want me to do what?
I loved it. That was so great.
It's so
And
funny.
speaking of award-winning speeches, we are going to move on to the next topic, which is the Grammys, y'all. The Grammys were on Sunday, and they were the 63rd annual Grammy Awards. Now, would you host the Grammys if you were asked?
Yeah.
That's a big
100%. 100%.
Yes.
I don't know.
No
I don't know.
hesitation.
I don't know if I'm ready.
What?
Oh my
You are
You get
What are
ready.
you talking about?
You'll
Yeah,
be
you're
ready.
taking the opportunity, and that's what I'll be like. You're
Yeah.
taking the
Do
opportunity.
you know how much scrutiny? It's either
You're
gonna
ready.
make or break your career. Like I don't even follow
You gotta-
music
but
like
how
that.
would
All
you
press is good press
know?
anyway. It's gonna make your career.
Right, but how
Either
would
way.
you know if you don't take it?
You're right.
You're
You're right.
Like, I wish I would have. Wish I would have. Wish I would have.
Well,
Could have. What would have happened?
just so y'all know, Tiffany Haddish turned down the Grammys.
Mm.
Okay, they asked her to do the beginning, on the red carpet,
Mhm.
and she said no because they weren't going to pay for anything, not her dress, not her hair, not her
Oh.
makeup,
Well,
nothing. They were like, "You
you're
do
like, I'm a
it
guest of
for
honor."
free." Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
because of the opportunities that you get. Once
So
see, that's the thing. Too,
so it
that we need to
depends on
think
the
about.
opportunity they give you.
Because I've done some great opportunities that were absolutely free, but what came after that,
Mhm.
it trumped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like
Okay.
the Super Bowl,
So
the
you're
people that
going.
do the half
Okay,
performance.
It's a yes for
I
Angie.
will do
Yeah,
it.
it's
I
a
will
yes
do it.
for
I will
Angie.
do it. Now, who knows? Do you know Trevor Noah?
Angie Lang.
You know he was the host.
Yes, I actually, full disclosure, I
Didn't
did
know.
not watch the Grammys. I didn't know that he was hosting. I've seen a bunch of clips and memes about it,
She said,
so
full disclosure.
pretty,
You know.
pretty aware of what went on. But yes, I did see that.
So I used to not like Trevor. I didn't think he was funny at first, but now I think he's kind of funny. But I didn't see it. Do you think he did a good job?
Full disclosure.
Yeah.
I was sleeping.
Ain't nobody watched the damn Grammys. This was
How
literally
it is,
an
though.
epic. I didn't watch.
I seen clips after, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had to, Trevor Noah, he had a lot of
Okay.
shoes to fill with The Daily Show,
Mhm.
and Jon Stewart was really, really great. So I gave him a hard time in the beginning, but I think Trevor,
I like him. a lot.
killed it.
Mhm.
But that being said, I think hosting the Grammys is absolutely one of the hardest things. Like, your jokes go too far, How
Any
do you-
big award show like that, I think, would be really
right?
Yeah.
crazy to host.
Right?
Yeah.
And so we are going to pay homage to the past hosts because I don't think they get enough credit sometimes because it is a really, really difficult job.
Yeah.
So the first one we are going to ask is, who has hosted the most Grammys?
These are the.
So we're doing, a little trivia.
Are we answering?
Yes.
Okay, so what are the choices? Andy Williams, John Denver.
So we have,
LL Cool J?
Andy Williams,
Well,
John Denver.
I hope it's
and
LL Cool J. I'm
Cool
gonna
J.
go with LL Cool J, but I
Who
know it's
has
probably not
hosted
him.
the most
I don't
I'd
feel
be
Grammys?
like it's him.
I'd be surprised, but I'm gonna go with him. Might be a trick curveball.
Yeah. Can I phone a friend?
Can I phone Jesus, please? Who do you think it is, girl?
I just
Someone
want to
else
phone a
said
friend.
LL.
You cannot phone. You got 3 options.
I got a person.
Andy
in the
Williams,
crowd
John
and
Denver,
someone else
or
says
LL Cool
Oh,
J.
ask the audience. Audience.
Someone said LL. I
Okay,
think
LL.
it's-
I'll go with LL.
You're going with
I'm
LL?
going with the audience.
And the answer is not LL.
Oh no!
So
it should have been. It
LL
should have been.
has hosted 5 Grammys,
That's
which
a
is
lot.
really impressive.
No.
Yes,
When?
yes,
What's he doing
yes.
this?
This is right. LL Cool J was on his game for a minute, right?
He was.
It was
Um,
Andy Williams.
And so John Denver did 6 Grammys,
Okay.
and Andy Williams has done 7 Grammys.
It was Andy Williams. That was my first
Who
choice.
is Andy Williams?
He's an old guy. He's
host of the Grammys.
he was just one of the trailblazers.
I like that.
All right. So the next question: who was the first woman to host the Grammys? We have Rosie O'Donnell, Whoopi Goldberg, or Ellen DeGeneres. Who was the first woman to host the Grammys?
Why don't I know this?
I'm going to go Rosie is my guess, just because I feel like she was
Older.
Yeah. Ellen hosted the Oscars. Has she also hosted the Grammys?
She's also hosted the Grammys.
Okay.
She hosted the Oscars. Ellen's a beast.
She did host the Oscars. Remember they did that
You're
like
right.
selfie, and it was like the most
Most
liked picture
ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rosie.
I'm gonna go Whoopi.
Okay, and
It was Ellen.
it was Whoopi,
Oh.
which is awesome. I don't think she was the first Black person, but she was the first woman, and the fact that she was the first woman who was Black,
Yeah.
like that's a big
That's
move for the
that's a
Grammys.
huge-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was definitely.
When was that? What year was that?
I'm not sure what year, but I think it was at her height. So Sister Act and things like that.
Great movie.
Great movie. Okay, so what year? Next question. What year did the Grammys not have a host? What year did the Grammys not have a host? There's a list of years. There are plenty of years.
Oh, so there's ones that didn't have it, like more.
Yes.
I think it was I remember I don't know, but 2008 is a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was kind of recently they didn't have one. I'm gonna go 2001. Yeah.
2001. 2008, when everybody was broke.
Yeah. They're like,
they were like,
pay.
we don't have
maybe
the funds this year
Hilarious.
to host that. And so that was the last question for the segment for Mind Blown. Can you believe all those things?
That was pretty fun. That was fun too.
You know what
Yeah,
I
that
mean?
was
Like,
fun.
I just feel like we
No, I
don't
can't
know
believe
anything about those. We hear about all the awards that happened,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? But the host is literally the show.
Yeah.
It is literally the
They
show.
do make or
So
break
I
the
love
show.
that. So Trevor, I'm pretty positive, held it down for the Grammys.
Absolutely.
Everybody was talking about it, but in reality, it was the Bay Yammies. It was the Bay Yammies. And honestly, they must have said her name a million times because she was breaking record after record after
That's
record.
amazing.
And she made it a family affair. Blue Ivy, Jay-Z, they were all like making such big moves. So let's first start with Beyonce. Let's talk about some of her accomplishments because you and I talked about her last week with Rihanna and Beyonce. We did like a brand challenge and we couldn't decide, who we wanted best or who was the best lady boss or the best brand. But now she has a whole new level of stats. So let's talk about it. So Beyonce ties with Frank Sinatra for Record of the Year with 7 nominations, and she bumped out Barbra Streisand, who had 5. 7.
That's amazing.
Record of the Year.
Winning?
Yes.
Okay, winning.
She ties with
That's
my
crazy.
guy.
Wait, was it ties with Frank for record?
Yeah.
Oh, for nominations, but
Okay.
Record of
Frank
the
Sinatra.
Year,
Yeah.
which includes her Destiny's Child time, I
amazing.
believe, as well. Yeah, with Sinatra. Mike, you know about Sinatra. Sinatra's on the wall. Sinatra's on the wall.
Love me some good Frankie.
I do too.
Hey,
I
who
can listen
doesn't?
to him all night.
All day, all night.
Yeah, all day, all night. Like he gets my life right.
Right.
And he's like,
he gets me. Like he's
Tony reminds me of him when he sings. Tony sounds just like him. Yeah.
No, seriously. Yes, he did. He sounded like a what's the word? When someone is like someone else.
When you sound like somebody else.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Imitate?
Think of it. Oh, I don't want to. You would call him that. I didn't want to say that word.
Oh.
I want to use another word. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. But I love Frank. Yes, that's my guy.
Okay, so she got the 7
that's
nominations
amazing.
for Record of the Year. That's big. That's big. Then she's the second artist to receive 2 Record of the Year nods in 1 year. So Barbra Streisand had 5.
Yeah.
And this year, she passed Barbra Streisand because she got nominated twice in the category.
Wow.
And the only other person who's done that is Pharrell. Like, that's crazy, right? Remember when he had that song with Robin Thicke that they don't play anymore?
Right, yeah. Well,
listen.
They played it too much.
Yeah, they did.
Dun, 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 dun.
hate that
Oh my
song.
God, it was so awful. And then a song that they
Get
did
Lucky,
with
right? Was he on Get Lucky with Daft Punk?
Yes, Daft Punk, Get
That's a
Lucky.
good one.
Yes. So Pharrell was the only other person to do that, and she knocked Barbra Streisand out in 1 Grammys. I love that. Next, Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion. Who likes Megan? Body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy.
I like her. Yep.
Right. Oh, you didn't even say nothing. Wow,
know,
Mrs. Opinionated. She's holding her tongue. I don't know why. This is not the space.
I'm not a diehard fan, but I've heard a couple songs.
It might come back to backfire me one day. They'd be like, remember when you said, so we're no deal, Sharon Town, no deal. So I'd leave it for the young people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll just leave that there. I think it's kind of cool, to dance a little bit and be like, but yeah, I leave it for the younger crowd.
And not for nothing.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, she's breaking records too. You know what I mean? So
She's
her
done
and
her
Beyonce were the first pair of women to ever win Best Rap Performance for the song Savage Remix. So that is a pretty big deal.
She paired with the right woman.
You know what I mean? Yeah. On top of the fact, anything that Beyonce touches is going to be, fire. But they got that award, and they also got the Best Rap Song too, which is like a big deal because the guys have always dominated rap.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like that song though.
What's Savage? Yeah. I'm a savage. I told you guys I'm starting my TikTok. Follow me. I am Angie Legg. Follow my TikTok. It's trash.
That was like the fun part of quarantine in the very beginning,
At least you started.
I know. At least I haven't
started.
All of these different platforms. I can't. Then she won Best R&B Performance for Black Parade. That is what put her over the top. She is now the most decorated Grammy winner in history. And I have to read this specifically because the way the Grammys put it is like a little off, but the Grammys said most Grammys won by a woman and any singer, male or female. So they have these micro categories, you know what I mean? So point blank, she has the most wins ever.
Well, then it's a little redundant to say she's the most won woman. Like if she's won the most period, then
quoted from their website. I'm like, really? Really, Grammys? Are you expecting a man to take the throne anytime soon? Because I think he's dead. Drake is not. Please stop.
Is he trailing behind?
Drake is not. Drake is not. But she had this incredible quote during her speech, and I think we can kind of all relate to starting early. But she said, I've been working my whole life since 9 years old, and I can't believe this happened. And you just know, she knew from 9 years old what she wanted to do. Early. And what I want to highlight is I did too. I knew from a very young age that I wanted to produce shows. I would sit and watch MTV and watch the award shows in complete awe and be like, I want to do that. And I got sidetracked in high school by somebody being like, why don't you do psychology? And I was just like, no. And they sidetracked you, But a lot of times we know our purpose at such a young age. And look what you can do when you tap into it. Now you can break records, you know?
It's unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, did you have that? Did you have an experience like that where like from a young age, you knew there was a certain greatness, you knew you were going to be on stage speaking to, millions or whatever? Did you have that vision?
I think so. When I was little, I had the pencil for my microphone, and I would be singing Aretha Franklin to my grandma, and she was like, "Yeah, you do so good." And then I remember even in college, I used to like enter into the speaking skills contest, in our communication class. I'm like, "Yeah, sign me up." So, but I also was, I had an imagination, so I did a lot of many things before I even enter entertainment, and it wasn't all bad. I loved it all. So I just like to do different things.
But sometimes, but you had that inkling. And
Yeah, but you do have it. You do have
Yeah.
it. And it's a beautiful thing when you can tap into it and be allowed to, it sounds like her parents embrace that.
Supported.
That goes a long way.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Did you have any of those types of moments, Karina?
No, I don't know. I think
That's
throughout my
real?
life I've always thought about different things I'd like to do or had different interests come up. But to be honest, I'm still figuring it out. And I just kind of pursue what I'm enjoying, what's making me happy, and then figuring it out as I go along where that lands me and taking opportunities when they come up and just trying out.
Wanderlust. I
don't
love
know,
it.
still figuring
I
it
love
out. Not since I was 9. I don't know.
I'm telling
Maybe
you,
one
not
day.
everybody who wanders is lost. And I don't think people actually do what you do. They don't take the time to explore and ultimately navigate to what's right for them.
Yeah.
So that being said, these Beyonce started at 9 years old, and guess who already started super young, winning her own Grammys?
Blue Ivy.
Blue freaking Ivy is the second youngest person to win a Grammy. I mean,
That's
setup,
amazing.
or is it the byproduct of two incredible
Parents.
musicians?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or did she deserve it?
I haven't heard the song in question. I have no idea, so I wouldn't be able to judge whether it's Grammy worthy or not.
She basically has a few seconds. You're supposed to have at least 30 in order to be a collaborate on a song. You're supposed to have at least 30 seconds or 33%, be in 33% of the song in order to be on a collab. And so that is the controversy behind it. I'm not sure. I didn't time it, but that is the controversy. And that's where I would be like, look, I'm Beyonce, okay? Like she was on it. She was on it. And I think that's what happened because she won.
Might be a bit of nepotism happening, but it's not unexpected at all.
Listen, Jay-Z and Beyonce, I am looking to be adopted again. If you're out there, again, I would be happy to. But then Jay-Z was breaking records. He received
music this year.
First of all, when was the last time Jay-Z put out an album?
Yeah, what did he win for?
Okay, well, he produces a lot.
Okay.
He produces a lot. He's behind the scenes in a lot.
Like so
Listen
many times.
to this, right? But that's marketing.
Yeah,
that's branding.
Then there's the comeback, and then the
the comeback,
the retiring tour, and then the reunion.
But he received 3 nominations this year, putting him in a tie with Quincy Jones as the person with the most Grammy nominations.
Wow,
that's Jay-Z, the most Grammy nominations. Yeah, and where has he been music-wise? So #family goals, right?
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong?
Nothing.
Like, why aren't I birthing a Grammy award-winning baby?
But look what you're birthing. Like you're giving a voice. This is your baby. I tell you, this is your baby.
True. Everybody in their own time.
Everybody in their own time and in their own greatness. And you're shining, sister.
That's all the lighting, girl. That is all the lighting. So I am going to wrap this up today, y'all. We went a little over, but thank you to everybody who has been checking in. We are going to shout out the sponsors. You can hit Karina's photo right there.
Oh,
We are going to shout out our sponsors, 10K cards. You can see right there in the corner. The QR code. Definitely tap in, hit up your girls, let them know you saw them on the Be Influential podcast. Thank you so much, 10K Cards, for sponsoring us. We are building an incredible community of influencers, and thanks to 10K, we stay connected, which is amazing. Big shout out to Valera as well, the COVID killer.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Guys, we were talking about all these different opportunities with the restrictions lifting. If you're still a little bit nervous about being in rooms or hosting an event, definitely let me know. I have an incredible air filter that will take care of every COVID virus morsel in your space.
That's
so
amazing.
Definitely hit me up. We can communicative.
Be communicative.
We can communicative.
I'm still not sure if we're using
I
that
know.
right.
I
don't
went
even
to
remember
school.
any of my words. I wanted to say it.
I still remember
Your words
restraint.
were restraint.
Restraint.
delay,
There
and
you go.
launch.
So let's restrain.
Look at you.
Let's
Restraint,
not
delay, and
restrain
launch.
and get this machine that she has that kills the virus. That's
Do not
amazing.
delay.
It's really
And
amazing.
make sure you get a digital business card too.
You already know. You
Yes.
saw it right there on the screen.
I
On the
Otherwise,
screen.
all digital.
So you guys
I know.
already know every Friday at 11 a.m. we go live here on the Be Influential podcast on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So definitely tap in, check us out. Love you guys.